Okay, so in this next tutorial, we're gonna go over texture painting the side walls. And before we do that, I want to give a update to the original surface texture because I kind of didn't like where I was going. So this is what it was before, and what I did was I added another layer where it was patches of grass. Right. So here's one patch of grass where I did a mask and just made it into patches. I made sure to scale it down first so it matches the surrounding area, which is super important. And then I made the patches, I duplicated it, and those patches I kind of broke it up some more, and I rotated it, put it over here, and maybe broke it up a little bit more, and then some more, and then some more here. Made some changes, take some away, add some back. There and there and there and there, there, there and there, here and here, here, here. So that helped a lot, but that alone wasn't enough. So the next thing I did was I added an exposure, but I did not put a clipping, just broad exposure where it affected everything underneath it. So I added a plus 97.97 to it, gamma corrected it, so brightened it back up. Maybe it's a little bit too much. Then I added saturation, bring back more colors to it. So I'm okay with that now. And then this is the result. So it's much brighter than before and whatnot. And the texture repeating, I toned it down a bit. Whereas before it was 1.5, I dropped it down to 1.25. So little increments helps. And there you go. So that's that. Now heading back to the wall. All right, here's the wall. I'm gonna label this UV. I'm gonna lock it. For the wall, again, it's in the grass mud textures folder. So you pick and choose. I'd say I like this one. Has a lot of textures to it. You could just imagine this being a side of a wall being chopped off, and you could see the side of it. The only thing is that it's pretty huge. So if you were to imagine it, I'm gonna dump it underneath the UV. I want to make another UV because it's just too thin. Then set the thing to linear dodge so I can really see it, and then lock it. Linear dodge so you can see it better. Alright, so it's huge. I mean, it's easier to just slap this on, but I want to at least make it, I don't know, like this, like half, or 70%, maybe something like that, because only this part I intend only this part to be actually textured, and underneath this area is going to be a different texture. So I guess we can give it a try. About 70%. Then hit enter. And I'm gonna add my mask. Hit B as in Bob. And then from there, make sure it's black. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit, you know what? I'm gonna hit M for marquee, and I'm just gonna marquee up here. Over here. Up to here. Then I'm gonna use the move tool to touch the line. Then I'm gonna hit G as in George. Then I'm gonna fill. But it's not actually deleting it, it's just hit it with a mask. With a black fill. But the only issue is that it's a rough cut without that gradation. That gradation is what causes, which sells it. So I gotta think about that later. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna grab this, make a I'm gonna go here into the layer, the mask, hit B as in Bob. I'm gonna tone this down, just feather out the edges, make sure I'm in black, make sure I'm selecting the mask, and just feather. And then I'm gonna grab the same one, make a copy, and then I'm gonna do Control T. I just want to flip, unchain it over here. I hit Control T to scale it, and then I unchained it. I'm gonna grab this end, I'm gonna flip it over, make sure I make it to a -100, hit enter, and there you go. Then I'm gonna move it over like that. Alright, now what? Man, this is the scale size is still kind of big. Whatever. Then from there, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna go Control Alt and E. Right, Control Alt or Control Option E. It'll make a copy, a flattened copy of the two images, which is here. That way I can save my originals. I'm gonna dump into a folder. I'm gonna name it Mud Top Layer Originals. Then I'm gonna turn that back on. So this is the extra. Alright. Okay. So that's done. What I want to do is I want to go back in here into the original. I'm gonna hit L as in lasso. I'm gonna start grabbing stuff. Maybe grab some of that. Control C. And then in here, Control Shift V to paste it, but it went into my mud layer folder. I'm gonna take it back on top. Hide that. This one, I'm gonna do Control T. I need to relink it so it scales uniformly. So that way I can do this, rotate it, and work on my scaling so it's smaller. So maybe I can even cover up this area, even scale it smaller like that. Hit enter, and then I'm gonna add a mask. Hit B as in Bob, and just make sure I have it on black, and over here in the mask layer, start feathering away like that. There, that way it breaks it up. Okay, so you could tell, see how small it is compared to these big chunks? It should be more like this scale, or whatever, at least we're blocking it in. Alright, next, I'm gonna maybe, not good. So go back to the original, I'm gonna hit L, and I'm gonna maybe grab, I don't know, maybe like this chunk, Control C, Control Shift V, where is it? Oh, there it is. Bring it up here, Control T, scale it in, so I get more of a smaller texture size, and maybe dump it here. I don't like this black area here. Something like that. I like that. Hit enter. And then touch it up. Hit the mask on it. Hit B. And Bob. Make sure it's black. Click that. Start edging away so it blends. And hide the UV. There. Alright, that helps a lot. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Go back in here. Ooh, no. Let me lasso something else. Maybe down here. Control C, Control Shift V, paste it in. Here it is. And then where do I want to dump this? Let me turn on my UV, Control T, scale it in. Maybe something like that. Hit enter. Apply a mask. Hit B as in Bob. Make sure I'm on my mask. Start clicking away. Alright, good. Where was I? Okay, so I also want to touch up this area. So what I'm going to do is maybe around this area, I'm going to lasso. Like that. Control C, Control Shift V, hit V again as in Victor to activate the move tool. Control T, scale it in around here, rotate it like something like that. Apply a mask, hit B as in Bob, feather it in, blend it. Hide the UV. Right now you got variations. Maybe a little patch here I might go. Grab something here. Control C, Control Shift B, hit V again. Turn on the UV. Let me dump it here. Control T, scale it in, rotate it, something like that. Hit enter, put on the mask, hit B as in Bob, start feathering it in. There, now it's becoming much less noticeable. Alright. But this part is really bugging me. I'm gonna grab this and this, originals that I saved. Let me hide this. Here's this one. Okay. Turn on the originals. Just gonna turn on the originals for now. Okay. I'm gonna try to bring this back. What I can do is I'll grab my mask layer from our originals. That still has the mask where it's hiding this part. These guys don't have that anymore. So grab that, hit B as in Bob. I'm going to scale down, zoom in, right, hit X to make it white. What the hell? Oh, no. Normal, right? Why isn't it working? That's weird. Oh, okay. No. It's doing this thing again. Why isn't it allowing me to work on my mask? What the hell? Oh, it's this one. Alright, it was, I picked on the wrong one. Yeah, I'm gonna try to bring back the blur. So you know what? Let me just. This is gonna confuse people. I'm gonna turn off the original masks, and then which is a good example of how important the masks are. You know, disable, right click, disable, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select my original. Now I'm gonna make that initial blur. So uh, that's annoying me. I'm gonna delete it. Delete. Alright, delete the mask. You know what? Let me delete that other mask. Alright, so we got both. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna merge those two. And then I'm going to, since I merged those, I'm gonna now apply a mask so that it applies to both. I'm gonna start feathering it out. Hit B as in Bob. I'm on black color, so it's gonna take away. And I'm gonna drop this down to say like a 40. Because the smaller brush size, the less it's gonna seep into the other side. So from here, right, let me redo that. I'm gonna go from here, make sure I'm on, zoom out a bit, start from here, right as close as possible, right there, and then do that. So even at 40, see how it bleeds through? Because I'm making a straight line, but it still bleeds through a bit. But yeah, it's a bit much. Undo. Maybe I'm gonna drop it down to, I don't know, 20, down to here. Because I want to align it perfectly to the line, so I know every time where to place this mask for the next stack down. All right, good, 20. So I remember it's 20, so always remember what brush size you're gonna start masking through here, and then you're gonna align your brush to the line edge. So now it's gonna perfectly cut through. Yeah, this has just enough of a soft blur to it, so that cuts through. And then I guess what I'll do is I need to get rid of down here. Grab here. I'm gonna get rid of that. Hit B as in Bob. Use the right bracket to scale the brush bigger. Make sure it's black. Start taking this area away. And then I hit M for marquee. Make sure I'm on my mask. I'm gonna select all of here only up to here. The marquee. Over here, hit G as in George. Make sure it's black. Now it's gonna perfectly take it away. There. And then I'm gonna grab this guy. make a copy of it, or you know what? Yeah. All right, there. Still pretty tight. Let me go back into here. So these are my extras that I made. I'm gonna delete that copy I made. Go back to, you know, that the copied original. I don't need it anymore. Well, I'm just gonna hide it. Jeez. All right, I'm gonna go back here. I'm gonna go to my mask. I want to tidy this up a bit. Hit B as in Bob. Scale this down. Down to what? 40. I want to bring this back a bit. Hit X to make it white. Maybe put it up to here. Okay. Alright, good. Good, I brought it back. I have a nicer gradation. So much trouble for one little thing. But it matters. Because this is going to either make it sell or not. Alright, so what did I do? What did I do? I had set my brush to 40. And I colored up here. So it seeps down here. Set it to 40. So it kind of gradations in more up here. Alright, good. 40. I gotta remember that. Brush size 40. Then next one. I'm gonna go here. Grab the same thing. I'm gonna make a copy. The copy. And I'm gonna just drag it down like that. And let me get rid of the mask. Alright, I got rid of the layer mask. I want to see what I'm looking at. Alright, so maybe I'll just move it up. So it looks slightly different from here. Like that. So this here is slightly different from that, even with the overlay. Alright, so then I'm gonna now add a mask. Start taking away stuff. Marquee, select all of that, because I'm gonna black it out. Hit X, change to black. Good. Hit M. Alright. Then I wanna start taking away from here. So hit M for marquee. I'm gonna marquee select this area. Hit the up arrow to go up to here. Hit G for the bucket tool. I'm gonna black it out. But like before, it did the same thing that was driving me crazy. But at least now I know what to do. So I'm gonna hit B as in Bob. Have my brush set to 40. Hit X so it's white. I'm gonna bring this back down just like how I did over here. So I have a same size and everything to do it down here. That's the tricky part. So what I'm gonna do is right here is where I placed it. Right? Brush size at 40. I'm gonna line it up. left click and hold. Wait, no. Hold press shift, left click. There. Holding the shift key allows me to make a straight line. Anyway, so I'm doing that all the way across. And that should be pretty much exactly the same thing, gradation, as over here. So when this all comes together in Maya, it should be seamless. So there you go. Next one. Next layer down. Grab it, make a copy, drag it down right around here. But I want to maybe I'll just flip it. Or not. Yeah. Alright, that's fine. Then right around here. Hit M. Just taking the measurement. Yeah, right around there. Alright. I'm gonna do the next one. Copy it. Just place it down. Right around there. Right around there should be. Alright, so I just put all that down there. It's the same thing, but at least to block it in. Then same process. You're just gonna start randomly grabbing areas. Control C, Control Shift V. Then I'm gonna place it on top of all those layers. And I'm gonna start down here. Control T, scale it in, like around that much, right around here. Rotate it a bit, something like that. Hit return, then add a mask. Hit B as in Bob, make it bigger, the left bracket, and start feathering. Wait, it's white right now. I just set to black with the X button and start feathering. Yeah. There. All right. Then go back here. Use a lasso. Maybe grab a whole bunch down here. Control C. Control Shift V. And I'm gonna go here. Right around here. Then make sure to grab that. Dump it back into the group. Or down here. Control T. Scale it down right around Gotta be careful about this dark area. I don't want it to be at the edge, because that'll tell that it's a seam. There's that one. I'll grab that one. It should be over here. Gonna delete this. I don't need that anymore. Place it right there. And then so that's the one that I copy and pasted. And then I'm gonna make a mask. Hit B. Start feathering away. I don't like that. Yeah, okay, good. Good. Alright. That was random. Then you can go over here. Maybe I'm gonna grab, I don't know, this area, Control C, Control Shift V. There it is. Put it down here. So that's over here. That one right there. That one's that one. Put it up here just to organize it. Then I'll grab this one, put it here. Control T, scale it down. Rotate it a bit. Hit enter. Add a mask. Hit B as in Bob. Start feathering it in. There. That makes it pretty random. So that's pretty much what it is. So you have to do it for here, here, and here. So this one and this one. And you just gotta be careful about the edges. You gotta make sure that however you place the blur, the mask, it needs to match up here, here, and down there. So you could make one and just copy it down, and copy it down. And then just go back to the original, start grabbing chunks of it, slapping it in here and scaling it down, and build out your textures. And then this part, same process. Yeah. Alright, that's I should stop here, it's way too long. Okay.